Welcome. If you need the essential info and fast, you're in the right place. Today we're doing a deep dive into the Philippines' new procurement law, Republic Act 12009.
That's right. We're aiming to cut through the noise and give you a clear picture of what this means.
Exactly. Think of this as your quick guide to its impact. We'll cover, when it actually starts, why it's such a big deal, and what this whole transition phase looks like.
Our focus is really on understanding the rollout, based on what we know so far.
Okay, so before we jump into the new stuff, maybe a quick look back. Why the change from the old law, RA12009?
Good point. Well, RA12009 didn't just appear out of nowhere. It's really an evolution from RA9184. That law, while it had good intentions, it did face some challenges.
Like what?
Things like inefficiency, some processes were pretty cumbersome, let's be honest. And of course, technology has moved on significantly since it was enacted.
Right. So the main goal here, really, with RA12009, it's about making government buying, smoother.
Precisely. Streamlining how the government purchases goods and services. That's the core idea.
Okay, so the big question everyone's asking, when does this actually kick in? When did RA12009 start?
All right, key date. It was signed March 11th, 2024. And the law itself states it becomes effective 15 days after publication.
So we're talking late March, maybe early April this year, 2024.
That's the timeline, yes. And this is really crucial, that effective date isn't the full picture. Don't think everything changed instantly on that day.
Okay. So there's more to it.
Absolutely. The really key thing to grasp is the 3-year transition period. This runs from now, 2024, all the way through to 2027.
3 years. Okay. So what happens during that time?
It means government agencies will be gradually strategically shifting, moving away from the old RA9184 rules and adopting the new framework under RA12009.
Got it. So it's like a phased approach, not flipping a switch overnight.
Exactly. A managed evolution. And a huge part of that involves developing completely new and implementing rules and regulations, the IRR for RA12009.
The detailed how-to guide, basically.
Correct. Those IRR documents will spell out the specifics. Plus, during this transition, we expect to see pilot programs testing out new digital systems in certain agencies.
Testing the waters before a full rollout makes sense.
It does. So this 3-year window means, practically speaking, you might still see some government procurement happening under the old RA9184 rules for a while.
Especially while the new IRR is being finalized.
Exactly. And the Government Procurement Policy Board, the GPPB, they're central to managing all this. They'll be the ones issuing guidelines.
What kind of guidelines?
Things like training programs, helping agencies get up to speed. They'll be creating updated templates, new forms, developing those digital tools we mentioned, and also focusing on professionalizing the bids and awards committees, the BAC members, boosting their skills for the new system.
Right. So there's this idea maybe floating around that everything goes digital instantly. Is that accurate?
That's a common misconception, I think. It's more like a myth versus the reality. The reality is a supported step-by-step journey over these 3 years.
So support is key. The GPPB will be providing resources, training.
Yes, helping agencies gradually adopt these more digital processes. It's not a sudden sink-or-swim mandate for everyone immediately.
Okay, that's clear. Now let's make this practical. For people actually involved, BAC members, potential bidders, what should they be doing now?
Good question. First off, start looking for training. Information sessions on RA12009. Get familiar with it.
Proactive learning. What else?
Definitely check your PhilGPS registration. That's the government's electronic procurement system. Make sure it's current and updated.
Absolutely essential for participating anyway.
Critically important. And stay informed. Keep checking the GPPB website. They'll post official announcements, circulars, maybe drafts of the new IRR as they become available.
So keep an eye on the official source. And what about small businesses, MSMEs? Any specific advice?
Yes, for MSMEs, starting to prepare for a more digital procurement environment is really crucial. This shift could open doors, but being ready for online processes is key.
Understanding the new requirements, getting comfortable with the tech needed.
Exactly. Being prepared will be vital for success in this evolving landscape.
So zooming out a bit, the big picture here is RA12009 aims for more transparency, better efficiency using technology.
Definitely. Those are the headline goals.
Right.
But, and it's worth repeating, the implementation is deliberately phased. It's a gradual process.
Okay, so let's wrap this up. Key takeaway. RA12009 is here, effective since early 2024. But the real shift, moving away from RA9184's ways, that happens over the next 3 years until 2027.
That's the core message. This transition is your window, a chance to learn, adapt, and position yourself.
Right. And maybe a final thought for our listeners. How can you best use this extended transition period? It's not just waiting, it's an opportunity, isn't it?
It really is. Think about how this time frame allows for a smoother integration, less disruption. It gives everyone, agencies, bidders, MSMEs, time to really understand the changes and plan strategically for what's coming in Philippine government procurement.